guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a very important topic in maths, which is trigonometry. Now, this has a lot of weightage in your Cambridge IGCSE examinations, so let's get right into the video. Now, what do you need to know for trigonometry? So, in this particular video, I'm going to be handling only questions which involve a right angle triangle. So let's first I'm going to draw a right angle triangle. You need to use a bit of your imagination because I can't get this perfect. So this is, let's assume, a right angle triangle. Now what you should already know in this image is that the side opposite to the right angle, which is going to be this side, is termed as the hypotenuse. Okay, so you should always know that the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. Now there are two other terms that you need to know, which is the opposite side and the adjacent side, right? So now you can't decide what is the opposite side and the adjacent side by just looking at the right angle. In your question, you will always be asked for a side, or it'll be given to you. Let's assume that this side is given to you. Okay, let's assume that this side is given to you. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mark the hypotenuse, which we have already done. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the angle given to us, which is, let's take it as x. Then you're going to look at the side opposite to the angle, which is this side. As you can see, it's opposite. It's this side. Now that will be termed as the opposite side. You'll see why I'm teaching you this in a second. And the leftover side, which is probably right next to the angle, will be termed as the adjacent side. Okay, adjacent side. All right, let's move on. Let's look at the first formula in trigonometry, which is the sine, right? Sine. Now, what exactly is sine? The formula for sine is, which you need to know by heart, equals to opposite side by the hypotenuse. This makes no sense right now, but we'll solve a question and everything will make sense. So let's take a right angle triangle. I'm drawing the question for you, which will be given in your paper. I'm just drawing it because I did not want to take a screenshot. This is the right angle which is given to us. They've given you this angle as 30 degrees, and they have, let's say, they've given us this as 4 centimeter, this as 3 centimeter, and they've said find x. So the side x, right? Now what you're going to do, what have I told you to do previously? What you're going to do is you're going to find the hypotenuse. Now the hypotenuse is always the side opposite to the right angle. So we know that this is the hypotenuse, right? And they have not given us the hypotenuse. So we know that this is what we need to find. So we need to find this in this particular question. Have they given us the opposite side? The opposite side is the side opposite to the angle which has been given to us, which is 4 centimeters over here. So okay, we know the opposite side. That's good. We know the opposite side, and we know the sine because we have the angle, right? The value of the angle is the sine, so we know the value of the angle. So we need to find hypotenuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it as sine 30. Why have I written sine 30 degrees? Okay, because it's given to us here, equals to opposite, which we know as x, divided by hypotenuse. Sorry, one sec. My bad. Opposite is 4 centimeters divided by the hypotenuse, which we don't know, which is x. Now using simple algebra, what we're going to do is we're going to interchange x and sine 30. So we're going to get x is equal to 4 divided by sine 30 degrees. Now you cannot find this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your calculator. Click on the fraction button. I'm using the calculator FX991EX, which is the preferred calculator for your examination. You're going to click on the fraction symbol, then you're going to write 4, click the down arrow button, and you're going to write sine, which is there in your calculator. There's a bracket which opens up. You're going to write 30, close the brackets, and click equals to. Now I get a value of 8, so x equals to 8. Now we don't know this is equal to 8 centimeters. Now this is your answer for sine. Moving on, let's go to the next trigonometric ratio, which is cos or cosine. Right? So you don't need to write cosine in an examination, you can just write it as cos. So the rule for cosine is cosine is equal to adjacent side by the hypotenuse, right? Okay, so cosine is equal to adjacent by the hypotenuse. Now let's draw another question, shall we? You can fast forward this if you already know. So this is going to be a right angle. Oh, that's much better than the previous one. Alright, okay, I jinxed it. Okay, this is a 90-degree angle which is given to us. So what happens over here? Let's again label. Pause the video and think about where the hypotenuse is. Well, the hypotenuse is right over here because it's opposite to the right angle. Now, they've given us the angle as well. I forgot to mention that. Let's say this is the given angle. Now we know that this, what is the opposite side? The opposite side is this side opposite to the angle given. So this is going to be the opposite side. So when you're just starting to learn trigonometry, you should like label the sides in the right angle triangle so that you know what you're trying to find. So this will automatically become the adjacent side. My favorite method of doing it is writing down the hypotenuse, then doing the opposite, and the remaining is obviously the adjacent side. Now, what do we need for the cosine rule? Let's say this is given as 20 degrees, right? 20 degrees, and then it's given to us as 20 degrees, and then this is given to us as 6 centimeters, and then this is 2 centimeters. Yeah, and they've asked us to find side x. Now, for cosine rule, we have been given the 20 degrees. So we know that the angle is given. So you can always remember it as cosine. All these trigonometric ratios are basically the angles. So we're going to click it because we have 20 degrees. Do we know the adjacent side? No, that's what they're asking us to find. So you're going to circle that. You need to find that. And then do we know the hypotenuse? Yes, we know the hypotenuse. So what we're going to do is let's again write the thing down. So cos 20 degrees equals to adjacent, which is us, so x, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 6. Notice the 2 centimeters given to us even though we don't need it. Alright, so we need to find x. So x equals to cos 20 degrees multiplied by 6. So x equals to, let's put it into a calculator. Click on the cos button in your calculator. Bracket opens up, 20, close brackets, multiply that with 6. You should get 5.6381. So I'm going to do it to 3 significant figures where I'm going to get 5.64 centimeters, right? Now, according to the year you're writing your examination in, the number of significant figures you have to write will differ. I'm writing my examinations in 2024, so I have to write 3 significant figures. Now, finally going on to the last rule, which is the tan rule, right? So tan or tangent rule, tangent ratio. Now tan equals to tangent equals to opposite by adjacent. Again, let's draw a right angled triangle. Now do remember all these rules are very important. I'll give you a mnemonic towards the end of the video, so be sure to stay so that you can remember it easier. Okay, now let's identify the hypotenuse, which is this one. You should know this by now. Okay, and then the angle given to us is 60 degrees, let's say. So this will become the opposite side, and this will become the adjacent side, right? Now, what else is given to us? Let's say we know this value, which is 2 centimeters. This is 10 centimeters. Yeah, and we have to find x. So what do we know? We know tan's value, which is 60 degrees. We know this. Do we know the opposite side's value? Yes, we do. It's 2 centimeters. Do we know adjacent? No, we do not know adjacent. So this is what we need to find. So what I'm going to do is we're going to write the thing down. So tan 60 degrees equals to opposite, which is 2 centimeters, divided by adjacent, which we don't know, so x. So we can swap both of this. X equals to 2 divided by tan 60 degrees. Put this into your calculator, click on the fraction button, 2, click the down arrow button. You're going to click on tan, write 60, and then close the bracket, and you should get a value of 2 root 3 by 3. And you can click S to D, which is right above the delete sign, and you're going to get 1.1 154, and like I said, I'm going to write it to 3 significant figures, so my value will be 1.15 centimeters. Now finally, one very important mnemonic which I'm going to tell you. You can remember it as SOHCAHTOA. You know, I really love this mnemonic. We did this chapter last year, and I can still remember the trigonometric ratios using this particular mnemonic, which you should know by now if you're using the Oxford textbook. So sine equals to opposite divided by hypotenuse, cos equals to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, and tan equals to opposite divided by adjacent. Now thank you for watching this video, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and that's all for today. Bye bye.